Is Goofy effective?
Yes.
Well, first, let's ask the question. What effective teachers have you had in your life? What are some examples of effective teachers that you've had personally?
Someone who teaches with passion.
It's true. It's a good attribute. But examples, someone that you've had who teaches with passion.
My first grade teacher, I think, was my favorite because she always had really, I don't know, now that I look back, it's her probably her lesson plans that were really, she put a lot of effort into. She always had activities and really good, I don't know, things to go along with everything. So it made it really memorable for me.
Good. Very good. Who have you had that's taught with passion? Have you ever had a teacher like that?
I have. She was my language arts teacher. She was amazing. She always found different ways to get us engaged in the lessons, and so it wasn't like a one-trick pony. She had different approaches, different ways to get us engaged in different parts of language arts. But before that class, I hated reading, hated. No.
Yeah.
But after that class, I absolutely loved it.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so we have some things going in our minds of what an effective teacher, and you explained kind of why they were effective. Clary said that it was probably her lesson plans. She was organized and had some good activities that kept us engaged. It's really the same thing. It's really always hitting you with new things. Kind of kept you on your toes. Well, I have a video for us, and the question I want you to be thinking about is, would you have Goofy be your teacher, or the teacher of one of your kids? So let's check this video out. Fast forward. One moment.
Today, more than ever before,
I guess we had two playing there. Okay. Back to it. So, would you want Goofy to be the teacher of your kids?
with a complete understanding of his pupils, the experienced teacher equips himself for the classroom. George!
Chinese paper, the boundaries of Thailand or Siam, but in your book is French Indochina, whereas Persia, now called Mesopotamia. That's not far from the Afghanistan forged by northern India. That's Pakistan. At the same time, however, we are...
Okay, very good. So, if your kid was in that class, would you want Goofy to be your teacher?
Well, I mean, he's prepared in a lot of ways for certain things, but as far as like content and subject matter and making sure the kids stay on class, or on task, not necessarily.
So would you say Goofy was an effective teacher? No. Alright. Good. Now, next question for you. Are effective teachers important?
Yes.
Yes.
Why?
It helps students succeed later on in life and prepares them for the next step in their learning, like next grade.
Good, Claire. So, some learning outcomes today. So, Claire, what you just said is it will help students succeed later in life. So, what we want to get from this is the learners from this lesson today will be able to name at least 3 characteristics that effective teachers have. Okay, and I think a lot of us obviously come from our background, not much educational knowledge that we have already. We're gonna have some pretty good understanding of what effective teachers do. But from today, we're gonna learn on top of that 3, and so we'll be able to name 3 characteristics that they have. Also, we're gonna discuss the relationship between the effectiveness of teachers and student achievement. So there's some pretty cool statistics that we'll check out. Alright, so I need everyone to pull out a piece of paper real quick. Actually 2 pieces, or 1 piece of ribbon half. I have a piece for you.
I got one. I got one.
Oh, Harry has one. Perfect, thanks, sir. Okay,
Got
so
that. You went too quick.
I'm good, I got them.
don't worry, you'll be. So we're gonna need at least half of that paper. We're gonna just tear it in half so you have it, okay? Or you can do 2 completely different sheets. Whatever you feel better. One you will keep if you would like. The other we're gonna use up pretty quick, so it's gonna be great. Now, on this sheet, on the top, or 1/2 or 1 piece of paper, we're gonna have to write down these 2 questions. Okay? So, question 1, what do I need to do to be a more effective teacher? Okay. And question 2, what is the relation between student success and teacher effectiveness, or effective teachers? So again, that is question 1, what do I need to do to be a more effective teacher? And question 2, what is the relation between student success and teacher effectiveness, or effective teachers? Good. Okay, so, what do you think would be a relationship between effective teachers and student success?
Chance the student being successful is greater. Teachers effective.
Yeah. In a nutshell, it's basically exactly. Very good. So, let's check it out. The difference between effective and ineffective teachers is simple, and coming straight out of the chapter that we read, it's kind of a joke or funny just how simple it is. And it says, ineffective teachers do not do what effective teachers do. So, it's pretty simple. So we're going to take the other piece of paper now. Go ahead and write 1 characteristic that you think that teachers might have or should have that make them effective. What is a characteristic that makes an effective teacher effective. So go ahead and just write one characteristic. You can write it big, you can write it small, you can write it sideways, up, down, left, right. Whatever you'd like. Okay. Okay, does everyone have it? Alright, go ahead and crumple it up. Okay, you can play basketball. Right here. If you make it, high fives. Oh my goodness.
So close.
It's alright, it's alright. Well,
Lights were off.
Sorry.
you know, sometimes I didn't let you warm up, so that's my bad. I'll put that on you. Okay, the first one is classroom management. Now, why might classroom management be an effective characteristic or attribute of an effective teacher?
Because the way that you manage your class gives you the opportunity to get through all of the subject matter instead of focusing your attention on trying to have to take care of all the other things that might pop up in your class.
Good.
Creates a good environment to learn in.
Perfect. You know, I just thinking back to the little video of Goofy, when he comes into class, kids are everywhere. And throughout the class, kids are doing anything they want, really. And so he really wasn't a great manager of his classroom. And you can tell, obviously, he wasn't a very effective teacher, and a lot of it had to do with the management of his class. Very good. Next, we have ability to keep the students engaged. This one's awesome. Awesome. Why is that a characteristic that an effective teacher might have?
Because kids or students are going to be daydreamers, and if you let their minds wander and you don't keep them engaged, then they're not going to learn. If you want them to learn, they're going to do poorly on their tests, and it's going to reflect poorly as you as a teacher.
Yeah. Perfect. Thanks. I'm trying to- Still speak.
I bet I can make a basket now.
Alright, try it. It's alright, it's alright, it's alright. Okay, next. So good. So classroom management and the ability to keep students engaged. Okay, and another one we have is able to differentiate. Good. Why is that an important characteristic or attribute of a teacher?
To appeal to all students, not just one type of learner.
Very good. Okay, so here's the difference. And the thing that I like about this chapter, it only named a few. And there's so many things that you can really put into it, and that's what we're learning. But here are a couple that I really saw as some of the bigger ones that we have as teachers. Can you see it, Sue? Yes. Okay. So the difference, effective teachers, one, are innovative planners. So Claire, at the beginning you had mentioned that one of your effective teachers was a very good planner. You plan like really good activities and things to keep you engaged. So, on the other hand, an ineffective teacher, well, ineffective teachers are not innovative planners. Effective teachers are exceptional classroom managers. So, classroom management is pretty good. Ineffective teachers are not. Effective teachers are adept critical thinkers. So they think, it's called metacognitive thinking. Think about their thinking. They think the why of things, and it helps them understand better things that will help them. Very good attribute to have. And effective teachers are not.
What?
Okay. Effective teachers are competent problem solvers. So they get after it. They try to figure out solutions. Effective teachers are not. Okay, so thinking back to Goofy, where would he be? Would he be an effective teacher or an ineffective teacher according to these attributes?
I would have to say ineffective.
Effective teacher.
Yeah, he's definitely not any of those.
So do we want to be a goofy?
No.
Not when it comes to teaching.
Okay. Now, one more that I really liked is effective teachers are creative, and ineffective teachers are not. But I wanted to focus a little bit more on creativity, and there's a quote that I had in the story that said, effective teachers steal from the best and learn from the rest. Okay. And I'd just like to spend a little time. I remember on my mission, I got a little complacent. Like I really thought that I had great ideas and could come up with the best stuff. And I really wanted everyone to do what I was thinking and kind of like, get the glory and stuff. That's prideful. And then I had a moment when I realized that's just not how it works. We have to be open. We have to go out and learn as much as we can from the rest, and then we'll become adept critical thinkers. And we'll be able to connect dots and come up with variations of the things that we learn, of the experiences that we have. And so creativity, nobody comes up with an original idea, but rather they gain experience and make connections between the ideas. So effective teachers are creative. So anyone can be creative, we just have to learn. That's how simple. Okay, pop quiz. Okay, so name 3 characteristics that an effective teacher might have. So we're going to start from the right and we'll go left.
Creative.
Creative. Ooh. Creative. Another fire is happening in the brain. Just kidding. Alright, Claire.
Prepared.
Prepared. And
I'll go engaging.
engaging. So we'll go ahead and move on. Perfect. Good. Pass, everyone. Alright, so as a teacher, as an effective teacher, what do you want? So you 3 personally, as you've gotten into studying this career, what's something that you what do you want out of a teacher, as a teacher? Why do you do it?
For me, I do it. I want to do it. I will do it to help students to see their potential. Help them to see that they are capable of doing, great things, and helping them realize that.
I love that.
I said likewise for me. I mean, I grew up in like one of the best situations as far as education is concerned. One of the best model schools from elementary school all the way through high school. But my home life and my other situations I had to deal with were not perfect. And so no matter how good the education system is, if you're not relating to each student to a certain degree, they're not going to be successful or as successful as they could be as if you were to, treat each of them as individuals and be able to, try and get the information that you want them to have so they can be successful.
Good, good. Claire?
Yeah, I kind of spitballing off what he said. I just think it's important to kind of make a connection with each student because you don't know what they're going through at home, and you kind of want it to be a safe place for them and for them to know that somebody cares about them and somebody wants them to see them succeed, even if they're not your favorite student. You gotta remain unbiased and put the same effort into everyone.
Yeah. Good. So I really like the answers. Thanks. Now, and I think from what have we all said, put in a nutshell, kind of student success would be our biggest motivator as teachers, and it should be. We're in it for the money. Let's stop there. Okay. Okay, we're not there also, like his teachers, we don't want more programs. We don't want more themes to keep coming for us to keep implementing in the classroom. It's kind of a joke at how much teachers are given from looking at what my mom receives. And then something we do want is effective strategies, and that's something we're getting here. We want to learn how to best help our students and be the most effective teachers that we can. Okay, so there's 3 teachers that I want to read about. One is Jeff Smith, he's a welder, and Jeff Smith is a welder in Oklahoma, in which his students have been very accomplished. And so every single welder that's come into his program has graduated with a welding certificate. And he's been very accomplished. Another teacher, Sarah John Dahl, an elementary school teacher. Sarah began teaching on her first day of school with a classroom management action plan binder. It has grown to 2 binders. She organized for student success. The students love her and the parents do too. Okay, so she's an exceptional example of classroom management. Okay. Robin Barluck, preschool special education teacher. Robin adapts procedures so her students can experience success. She makes learning enjoyable for teachers, classroom assistants, therapists, students, and parents. Okay, so they exemplify these attributes that effective teachers have. Okay, and being innovative planners and being classroom managers. Okay, problem solvers, creative. They're on their way. They help their students succeed. Okay. Now, how do we help students' performance? There's a situation, and they did a study that over a 2-year span, if a student is at the 50th percentile, right in the middle, if there is an ineffective teacher and an ineffective school, do you think his student success percentile will raise? Do you think he'll be better off or lower off? Okay, so better would be a higher percentile, lower would be a lower percentile. What do you think might happen if he has an ineffective teacher and an ineffective school?
Just maybe worse off for sure.
Okay, you're right. Okay. Okay. He drops all the way to the 3rd percentile. Okay, so he is the 3rd last in his class because of over 2 years of an ineffective teacher in an ineffective school. Okay, so we move on to the next one. So same student, 50th percentile, over 2 years, has an ineffective teacher, but he's in an effective school. Do you think his percentile will go up or down?
Better than that first situation, but still not great.
Good. You have a good understanding. He drops to the 37th percentile. Still a considerable drop, 13 places. Even though his school's good, his teacher is ineffective. Now, last situation. An effective teacher, the same student has an effective teacher in an ineffective school over a 2-year span. What do you think might be the outcome?
Yeah, he feels cared about, so he's probably going to try harder.
Yeah. And that's exactly right. He raises to the 63rd percentile. Okay. So in the end, the big underlining key difference is the teacher. It is the teacher. It doesn't matter where we're teaching as teachers. When we get out there, we can make a difference in our students' success. And according to this study, the effectiveness that we have directly is reflected in the success of students. Okay, so I tied this in a little bit with a plumber. I don't know why, but this is exactly what came to my mind. That plumbers, okay, or let's say your house, you have a pipe, it blows up. Doesn't happen here in Hawaii because nothing freezes. But Wyoming, when your pipes freeze or burst and it's just a bad situation, floods, and it just sucks. So you go, you call the plumbing company. Okay, they may be able to help you just a little bit, but nothing is ever going to be more effective than an expert plumber himself. So just like that, the teacher, nothing is going to be more effective for student success than teachers themselves. Effective teachers, that is. Now, wrapping it up. So how can you become an effective teacher? There's one answer here.
Try, I mean, you try to be an effective teacher.
Class?
Julie.
Enroll in Dr. Schutz's pedagogy class.
Yeah, no,
Effective pedagogy class.
good. Learn correct principles. Eric, what'd you say?
You just try, and you try and look for or seek after effective teachers however you can, and try and pattern your way of teaching after that.
Good. Okay, so what are some ways that our effective teaching can reach outside of the classroom? So it's a little bit deeper up here.
I mean, similarly, like as we try and pattern ourselves after effective teachers, sometimes our students will pattern themselves after how we're, how we are, how we maintain our classroom, how we do, how prepared we are. I mean, all those things that we think our effective teachers are, they can apply that to other aspects of their lives.
Perfect. Whoa. Okay, oh, we're supposed to do that with partners. That's alright. Okay, so last thing, what is the relationship between teacher effectiveness and student success? Claire. What is the relationship between student success and teacher effectiveness?
The more effective a teacher is, more successful a student will be.
Exactly. Simple.
Should we write that down? Should like you answer this question?
Now you're on to something. Okay, get your papers. Okay, so go ahead. Name 3 things, write down 3 things that you can do that will make you an effective teacher. In other words, name 3 attributes that effective teachers have. Cool. Next question. We just discussed it. We talked a little bit about it. The relationship between teacher effectiveness and student success. Very good. Now, just to close, I don't know, for me, that little portion when it talked about the study and how effective teachers are the key to student success, it kind of hit me hard in realizing just how important our job is. And I heard a quote the other day that the most important people in a student's life are 1, it's parents, and 2, it's the teacher. Okay, we're enlisted in a very noble cause here as teachers, and we have the opportunity to affect a lot of kids' lives. Okay? But it does require effort to become an effective teacher. There's a lot of things to do. So don't be a goofy, rather be an effective teacher. Okay? So that is that. Any questions?
Round of applause. Give you a
Round of applause.